How are you? This is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here Tuesday morning. Now, I always like to, I pull up the homepage of the website here if you guys have one, which in your case you guys do. So we'll look at this here in just a second. Now, I always kind of like to take a look at a Google search page here too. And what I type in is what I consider a buyer intent keyword or phrase that you want to have within your website so that people can actually find you on a Google search page. Now, in my case, I typed in roofing, a service attached to a location, Topeka, Kansas. So this will allow me to find a roofing company within, my local area here, Topeka, Kansas, if this is where I was living, right? So these are the types of keywords that you want to have within your website so that people can find you. All right, so once I type this in, it's going to give me, a list of companies that I can look through or directories, so on and so forth to find that company. Now, the first thing I'm seeing are, of course, ads, right? So this is one out of the three ways. This is one out of the three ways that you can rank on a first page of a Google search. I don't think it's the best way. I think it's not always going to be the highest converting or the most credible either. But if you needed customers right now, this would be the best way to do it, because some of the other ways take a little bit more time and effort, but I think over the long run, the ROI is much higher. Now, we're seeing an ad within this map pack too, so this is another type of ad that you can run. But the other three here are here organically, and you will get a lot of clicks and calls from here. Normally 30 to 40% of your entire traffic coming from online is going to come from this map pack here alone. So as we can see here, this is crucial to be within here. Now, again, we can kind of see why, because these top three, if somebody sees something they like, they're never going to hit this more businesses button. And then, they're not really going to feel the need to scroll down within the actual organics here either. Now, in this case, though, we will look here at the organics. There's definitely some directories that you have to outcompete. But there's, four different companies. We got Hauser, Doltmeyer, Apple Hans, and then Dovetail Roofing as well. So those are the four ranking within here organically. Now, Dovetail and Apple Hans are going to be the top two, so we'll do them for a quick comparison, okay? Now, before that comparison, let's take a look at the homepage of the website. Always a couple of reasons I like to look at a homepage. First off, is the website secure? Yes. Is it glitchy? Is it, slow to load? That types of things that would instantly kind of throw Google and any user off. In that case, no. It all runs smooth. It looks nice, so on and so forth. Now, the next reason I'm looking at a homepage typically is going to be for the amount of content that is on it. Content, meaning the actual words. Because when Google comes in here and crawls your website, they don't actually look at it, they read it, right? So, and here you go. Here's some of those keywords that I'm talking about, right? Roofing services in Topeka, Kansas. So that's a keyword there. Now, why I look at content is there is basically what I would consider a sweet spot of content on a homepage that Google likes to see, okay? And that is 1,500 to 2,000 words of content alone on the homepage. Now, within that content, every 150 to 200 of those words, you can now have a buyer intent keyword. What that allows you to do then, of course, is to increase the exposure and the amount of searches that somebody can find you on and total volume, which will bring in, more customers overall. Now, again, too, doing it that way and keeping it spread out like that is the most optimized to Google's liking as well. So you're not oversaturating Google either. You want to be within that sweet spot. Okay, so definitely need to optimize the homepage. I don't know the rest of the pages here, within your services tab, but I would get those looked at as well, and kind of see if those are, kind of within that sweet spot too. Now, I went ahead and I threw your guys' website here within this paid program I use called Airfs. So this is going to allow me to do the comparisons between Dovetail and Apple Hans, because I threw them into the same program as well, okay? Now, here is your guys's. Now, this first couple numbers here we're seeing are power and trust ratings from Google. First is for the entire website. Second is for just the homepage alone, okay? Now, these are rated out of 100, so we can see the homepage isn't doing horrible, but the entire website is kind of lacking when it comes to power and trust. So we haven't built that much power or trust throughout the entire website as of yet. And we can tell that just because we don't have that many backlinks from a whole lot of referring domains as of yet. Now, when you continue to build these backlinks out, make sure you're getting backlinks from referring domains that already have high power and trust, because that'll gain the credibility of that backlink and grant more power and trust over to your guys' website, okay? So it's not just quantity when it comes to these two numbers. You want high quality as well. Now, here's the main thing within your website currently. You only have 5 keywords that you could possibly rank for within Google. Okay, so the website definitely needs to be optimized content-wise to make sure you can embed these keywords within there to actually be able to have the ability to rank, okay? So once you've optimized the website and have also built power and trust out, now you can start to increase the traffic, which you currently get around 4 to 5 per month on average, okay? Now, here is Dovetail thrown into here. We can see their power and trust isn't doing that much better. Because they really haven't built out many backlinks either, but they do have more keywords, okay? And we can see the ranking on the first page as well. So ranking within this first page is giving them the ability to bring in over 100 people per month to their website, okay? Now, depending on the keywords they have, they may not be all buyer intent, so on and so forth. You can get a lot deeper into these numbers, but I would say, 90%. Or if they have this low many keywords, most of them are going to be buyer intent keywords, meaning the people that are actually going to come into your website from these searches are going to be somebody looking for that type of service. So it's the type of traffic you want. Now, 30 to 40% of the traffic is a typical conversion rate of who's actually going to call in or fill out some type of form or something like that. So they're still getting an extra 40 to 50 leads per month coming from their website. And then Appelhans is kind of in the same boat here. We can see their power and trust a little bit higher overall. They do have quite a few more keywords, and they're bringing in over 100 people traffic-wise as well. So, this is the type of potential that you guys could have if you just, put a little bit more time and effort into the website, making sure it's optimized, and then being able to build that power and trust too. And as you can see, your top competitors aren't even doing that. They're pretty lackluster when it comes to this too. So you could easily beat out some of the top competition without having to put a whole lot of time into it. It's something that can be done fairly quick. And then you could start dominating the Topeka, Kansas area. And I don't know if you guys go out to Kansas City or so on and so forth, but there's a lot of things you could do there as well, depending on how far out of Topeka you guys go. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to cut it here. I'm getting a little bit long. I hope there's some information you guys can use within your benefit within this video. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to elaborate some. And then I'd love to hear some feedback too. Did you love the video or did you hate it? And then I just want to say thank you one more time. And I do appreciate you taking time out of a busy day to watch the video. So thank you.